Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Eggman. Today, I'm going to react to some comments on my Instagram's videos. Basically, I kind of got hated on because of the way I look. I look too chopped, and people are upset with that. So, long story short, yesterday I posted 2 videos of me commenting on this Indian guy's looks, and a lot of people in the comments were upset. They think that I don't have the right to judge people, to comment on other people's looks, because I'm ugly myself. I haven't been able to improve the way I look at all. Coaches don't play. Yeah, people are saying things like this. So I want to share my thoughts on these comments. First of all, I want to say that I don't think I'm attractive. I have never said that. Yeah, I literally often say that I think I haven't reached my full jawline potential. I'm still not as attractive as I can be. Also, my eye area is just not very like desirable. I have pretty mid eye area. I understand this, and I have never pretend to be like, oh, I'm a Chad. I'm so attractive. I mock you all. So I don't think you really need to say that I'm unattractive because I haven't really said this, right? I haven't really said that I'm attractive. Yeah, but let's watch this first video, okay? And read some of the comments. I'm not going to play the full clip. If you want to check out the full clip, you can go to my Instagram. But basically, I was just saying in the video that you are not really supposed to have a fat face. Your face should look much more defined. Yeah. When you have a fat face, that's a sign that your lifestyle and diet hasn't been very healthy. And this led you to have a more unhealthy presence, make your face look more fat and puffy, and your jawline disappears. Yeah, these are all results of your suboptimal diet and lifestyle. That's what I was saying in the clip. And let's read the comments. Why is bro judging? Well, I wasn't trying to judge him. I literally pretty like this guy. The guy I was reacting to was a looks maxer who was able to like drastically became more attractive. So I like him. I'm not trying to judge him. I'm just trying to comment on his previous state in a rational way. Okay. Yeah, but maybe it can look like I'm judging because this is just a little clip, right? Look at, oh, this freaking incel is hating on someone's looks. No, that's not my intention. I'm a nice guy. I I don't really have hate for the most part. People who hate on me, I don't even hate them. Yeah. So let's see what people say. Same question. Yes, but I apologize if I look like I'm judging. All right. This guy says you look the same. So basically, he's implying that I wasn't able to improve the way I look at all, which is not true. If you have any amount of perception, you are going to be able to see that I used to look more fat and diseased, and right now I look leaner and healthier. I haven't been able to make some very insane transformation, and I admit that I have never said that I have reached my full potential already. Yeah, but to say that I look the same is untruthful unless you are just someone who is not really able to observe reality. Yeah. I think a good way to see if people are healthy is just to observe their facial leanness. If their face has some extra fat, yeah. If their face looks pretty lean and healthy, then that's a great sign that they are doing the right thing. And if your face looks fat and there's some excess fat, then that means you are probably just a normal person because that's the standard, right? Normal people are going to have some kind of fat face because it's normalized to live an unhealthy lifestyle and eat an unhealthy diet. Yeah. And then this next guy says, "Coach throwing stones from a glass house." What does that even mean? I don't really understand. But does he mean that I'm a coach who doesn't play? Whatever. I mean, I'm not very attractive, but I can still comment on facts. I can still talk about facts, right? I can still say that when you eat Like, it doesn't matter how I look. The truth is the truth. When you eat an unhealthy diet and live an unhealthy lifestyle, you are more likely to put on excess fat on your face. Your face will have more acne and look more puffy and fat, look more unhealthy as a result. Yeah, it doesn't matter how I look. That's just what happens. Yeah. If anything, I'm a sufferer. I'm a victim of the truth I'm talking about. Because if I grew up living a more healthy lifestyle and eating a more healthy diet, right now I'm going to look better. I'm going to look more attractive, which will be considered more credible by these people, right? So, anyways, it doesn't matter how I look. The truth is the truth. No matter how I look, the sky is blue. All right. Coaches don't play. Yeah. I'm not buying your course, bro. Whatever. I'm not selling a course. And then, I mean, I have a community that I created recently, which I would love people who are interested in getting a better jawline to join. But if you don't want to join, whatever. Yeah, I'm still going to be able to live. The clock will still run, right? I just think it will be fun if I have a community that can attract like-minded people that want to self-improve in the right way. Because most people, when they want to self-improve, they are like focusing on the wrong thing. I think you just need to focus on making yourself become healthier. Get yourself a leaner, healthier looking face with a sharper jawline. And overall, you're just going to feel better and look better. And it's just so needle moving. People will be nicer to you, find you more likable and attractive. Instead of you just trying to build some muscles without really prioritizing your diet and lifestyle. And as a result, your face still looks diseased and fat with a lot of pimples. If that's what you focus on, it's not really going to get you anywhere. And you are still not addressing your mindset, your mental health with a healthy way of living. If you only focus on going to the gym, then yeah, it's just not very needle moving whatsoever, which this is what failed me and what failed a lot of other carnivores. Yeah, but let me move on to the next phase. This guy says, brother, you look the exact same, just not truthful. I literally look more fat and puffy. Yep. I suppose a lot of modern people, they don't have this kind of perception. When they see a person with a fat, undefined, not very optimal face, they are not going to be able to realize that. They are going to find that to be a normal looking person. But for someone like me, who has less brain fog, coming from a healthier, low carb diet, who has more perception, who knows more about how the world works. When I see a person with a fat face, I can simply see that. I can see that they are not optimized. They have potential to become better. Their face can lean down and their jawline can show. Yeah, that's how I see the world, which is different from this commentator. This guy thinks I wasn't able to improve the way I look, but it's just not true. It's literally very noticeable. I used to look more fat and unhealthy. Yeah, I don't know what to say. The sky is blue. This guy says your forehead angularity is very significant. I don't know what that means. I guess he's saying that I have receding hairline. I don't know. This is just how I look. I literally don't have balding issue in my family. My grandfather and my father, they are old, but they still have a lot of hair. So my hairline just looks like this. I don't find any problems with that. If anything, a lot of people have commented that I have a lot of hair. So yeah, whatever. This guy says, look in the mirror. I mean, uh, uh, these people make it seem like if I'm ugly, I can have the right to say things. It doesn't make sense. Why not just look at what I'm trying to say and try to have some civil discussions? You can try to point out what I'm saying, which part is not very logical, and we go from there, right? But you just say, oh, because you are ugly, so you don't have right to comment on people's appearance. Then it's not very productive at all, right? What are we trying to get at? Yeah, why not just look at what I'm saying, which is true. I'm just saying that if you live an unhealthy lifestyle, you are going to have a fattier face. Your face will put on excess fat. Your face will look more diseased. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. What does that have to do with the way I look? Right? Doesn't make sense. Also, it's always these robot accounts with no profile picture. I think I kind of attack their insecurity potentially. They feel that I'm talking about them because they literally have a fat face coming from an unhealthy diet and lifestyle. So they feel attacked and they want to like say this kind of stuff to make them feel better, to kind of defend themselves, I guess. Yeah, like this next guy. What the fuck? I was genuinely confused because I thought he was talking about himself, but I guess he's talking about the dude in the picture. God, you are chopped. Like, um, it's just maybe my video wasn't very clear. You didn't really know what I was talking about. I can understand that because there are a lot of words. There are like two people in the video. Yeah, but I don't know. What does it have to do with the way I look? And yeah, I'm just trying to have some civil discussions, share some like truthful things. Why are people so offended by this? What I'm saying in the video is not very controversial at all, right? I don't understand. Like, okay, so you think I'm ugly, and then what? Like, what are we trying to get at? It's like very random and confusing, in my opinion. Okay, and then this next guy says he looks better than you. Is that true? This guy looks better than me? I mean, we are both not very attractive. I can definitely say that, but I definitely have a leaner and healthier looking face compared to our boy AK Pilt, his previous self, right? I think I'm more attractive. Also, I have more beautiful hairstyle. So this guy's wrong. I don't give a F. Ha 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 ha. Our boy Max says, comments hating for what? You're stupid. Yeah, like hating for what? I'm ugly, so what? What I'm saying is still truthful, right? Like, why are you offended by what I'm saying? The fact that an unhealthy diet and lifestyle will make your face look fattier, and you are not supposed to look like that. If you live healthier, you are supposed to have a leaner and more defined looking face. This is literally what has happened to me and all the people I have met. I have interviewed a lot of carnivores. Every single person literally used to have a more fat face, and after they went on a low carb, meat-based healthy diet, they get a leaner and healthier looking face. It's very like just the truth. Okay. Yeah. Let's see what other comments do I want to try to take a look at. This guy says, bro got a face of divorced Asian mom with 4 kids. Please do faceless content at this point. I don't know. This guy is probably ugly. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, uh, yeah, not much to say. They feel attacked, probably. So I want to like just defend back. But I'm not trying to start a fight. I'm trying to like just provide some not controversial information to help people know more about how the world works. Yeah, I'm just trying to tell you that you can lean down your face. You are not supposed to have a fat face, which is true, which is just undeniable. Yeah, and people are upset. But just very random. Oh, you cannot be talking. Why not? Why not? Why can I not be talking? I'm just saying what's true, right? Who gives a fuck? Yeah, like if I look more attractive, you are going to like me more. But that doesn't change what I'm saying, right? It doesn't matter how I look. If what I say is true, it is true. If what I say is wrong, it is wrong. It doesn't matter how I look, right? And this guy says, why do you look like? Then why do you look like that? I mean, I haven't reached my full potential. Just because I say that you are supposed to have a leaner face, you are not supposed to have a fat face, doesn't mean that I'm supposed to look like some giga chat, right? And I actually have been able to create results in myself. I used to have a more fat face, and right now I look more lean and defined. I'm still not very attractive. I am not trying to not say that. But what I'm saying is still true, even if I'm ugly, like what I have said so far, right? You are not supposed to have a fat face. You are supposed to have a leaner and more defined jawline. If you stop living unhealthily, start eating a low carb, meat based diet, and reduce your stress in your life and sleep better, your face will simply lean down and look healthier. Yeah. And right now, I still haven't fully optimized all the habits in my life. I can sleep better. I can eat even healthier, eating more healthy animals, and I can reduce my stress even more. Right? These things are all going to contribute to me having a leaner and healthier looking face. Yeah. Basically, I'm still not fully optimized, but I can still talk about what I believe to be true, right? Because this kind of stuff is not easy to optimize. You really need to optimize all aspects to really reach your full potential. But yeah, I need to try to look smacks even more to make my point more credible, right? If I'm not a giga chat looking person, I don't have right to talk, even if I have been able to actually improve the way I look. And even if what I talk about is true, it doesn't matter. I just need to be a chat looking person. Otherwise, I don't have right to talk. Yeah. I think it's not very fair, to be honest. You need to examine if what I'm saying is logical and take a look at if I have actually been able to make progress. Just because I don't look like a giga chat now doesn't mean what I talk about don't work, right? Because I just didn't have a great starting point. You are not going to be able to like go from a 4 to an 8 simply by changing your diet and lifestyle and massaging your body. That's not how this works. But can you become more attractive by doing what I was talking about? Definitely. So many people have been able to do this. You are still going to be the same person, don't get me wrong, but you are going to be a more optimized version of yourself. And how optimized you are depending on how much you work, how hardworking you are. Yeah, but it's undeniable that you can improve the way you look. Yeah, but the end product depends on your starting point. Yeah, just because I don't look like a giga chat now doesn't mean what I'm saying now is not truthful. All right, it's not rocket science. Yeah, that's pretty much it for the comment section. It looks like that's all that we could find. Yeah, but these people make it seem like if I'm not a giga chat, I can't talk about how to improve the way you look naturally. But it's not fair at all. I can still do this. Truth will still be truth. And I literally have been able to improve the way I look. It's just not very crazy because my starting point wasn't great. Also, right now I can lock in even more. But what I'm saying is true, right? Try to prove me wrong instead of just attacking the way I look. What about this? Try to say that what I'm saying, which part of what I'm saying is not logical, right? Oh, you're unattractive, so what you say like have no weight. That's a little too surface level thinking, right? Let's take a look at this second video. This guy says, and then the parents ask, why is my child so unsocial? Parents make their children develop suboptimally, looking not as good as they can be, and feeling unconfident naturally as a result. And then parents are wondering, why are their children unsocial? Why not be more outgoing and more social? If they look more defined and well developed and taller and have healthier mental health coming from the fact that they look better and feel better because of their healthy diet, they are naturally going to be a more social person, right? Parents don't realize this blind spot. They can absolutely affect their children's destiny. They can completely positively affect their children's life in general by giving them more love and giving them healthy diet, helping them develop optimally, right? Respectfully, you are not in the best position to be giving advice at all. Go look in a mirror. Yeah, I'm not the most attractive person in the world, but I can still give advice that can help people like my past self, right? I have been able to make progress. And what I'm saying is very truthful. If you eat a healthier diet, if you live a healthier lifestyle, your face will lean down. And if you do this at an earlier age, when you are still in your mom's womb, you are even going to have better facial development. That's going to allow you to have a wider face with all your teeth intact. You don't need to have crowded teeth and get your teeth pulled. These are developmental issues coming from your suboptimal diet and lifestyle. Yeah, like it doesn't matter how I look. If anything, I'm a victim of what I'm talking about. I can prove that what I'm talking about is true, right? Because if I grew up more optimally, right now I'm going to look more attractive, right? But I want to clarify. I think your genetics play a big role. You can change the way you look in a very unbelievable, unbelievable degree. At the end of the day, you are still going to be the same person. Yeah, but you can definitely optimize yourself in a very significant degree. Yeah. The earlier you start trying to optimize your human body, the better, the more progress you are going to make. You are going to be able to make because at the same time, that means you stop damaging yourself earlier, right? Because for most people, they damage their body for many years throughout their whole life. It's normalized to damage your body, to live an optimal lifestyle that will deteriorate yourself. Yeah. This guy says your children are going to hate you, buddy. I don't think that's true. I think I don't look unattractive, and I have a great looking, beautiful girlfriend. And when I have children, I'm going to make sure I try to support their development as best as I can, giving them lots of love, giving them nutritious diet, helping them feel not stressed. And I think they are going to turn out to be completely fine compared to a hater like you, to be quite honest. Yeah, I think they are going to be pretty optimized. Are they going to look as attractive as an NBA player that's tall and resilient? Probably not, because my genetic makeup is still not that powerful. But are they going to look better off, do better off than most modern people? I think they are going to be, because I don't have horrible foundation whatsoever, and I have a beautiful, attractive girlfriend who is just a great mate. And yeah, I'm going to try to support their development with healthy diet and lifestyle and love. And yeah, they are going to be great. This guy is projecting his hate for some reason. I don't know why. This guy says both of you to assume he's going to find anyone to procreate with. I don't know. Am I actually this ugly? I don't think I'm attractive, but I'm not ugly either. I don't think it's controversial. I look pretty normal. Yeah. Yeah, but I guess in this day and age, you really want to be like a chat to get any mates at all because of like hypergamy or something. That's what online sales want to believe. I'm going to be fine. Yeah. It's not going to be that easy for me to find a girlfriend as someone that's not a giga chat looking person. But to say that I can't find anyone to procreate with, I think that's a bit of a stretch. And I literally have a great looking girlfriend. Yeah. So maybe this guy, I don't know. What is he? He's kind of trolling, I suppose. Yeah. He doesn't even have a profile pic, bro. Yeah, but I think that's all the comments we want to go over. And what should I say right now? What's the conclusion today? Okay, if you think I'm ugly, I mean, I can't really say much. I don't think I'm very attractive either. But if you think that makes me not have the right to talk about what makes someone's face look fat and what can make someone's face look leaner, I think that's not very fair at all. I'm literally someone who has been able to make his face look more angular. And I have the right knowledge. I'm going to keep optimizing myself and keep making progress. I have never pretended that I am already fully optimized now. I admit and accept that right now I'm still working on myself. I'm still in progress. And yeah, you can just follow me and see how my facial definition is going to look as time goes on, as I try to eat a healthier diet for longer and try to optimize my sleep and stress and try to massage my body to allow my natural appearance to fully show through. You can keep seeing my progress. I think I look pretty fine, to be quite honest. I literally have a more defined face than a lot of modern people, right? But because of my genetics, because of the cards I'm gifted, I don't have a very sharp looking jawline for now. But I definitely have the right knowledge to really optimize myself. Yeah, but I just need time and like hard work to manifest that. And it takes time. But the fact that I'm not fully optimized yet doesn't like render me not able to talk about what I want to talk about my beliefs, right? So yeah, these haters comment on my ideology, right? Talk about what I say, which part is not sensible. That's more productive. We can have more civil discussions that can help us get closer to what's the truth. But yeah, if you are just trying to attack the way I look, then what are we trying to do? And yeah, to be honest, I think a lot of these people just get triggered because they feel like they are hit, right? They feel like I'm talking about it. I'm not trying to hate. If you try to apply what I talk about, you are also going to be able to improve the way you look, get your face leaner and healthier looking. These principles are universal. When you eat a healthier diet, your face will lean down, stop looking so fat and diseased with a lot of pimples. You are supposed to have a glowing looking face with a defined jawline that's lean and healthy. All right. Yeah. I hope you found some value from what I shared. I'll keep working on my delivery. Let's go. Little progress is better than no progress. Shall we? Like my video, say some nice things to me in the comments. Why not? Thank you for joining. Peace out. Love you all. Let's work on our jawline together, massage our muscles, and live a healthy lifestyle and eat a healthy diet. And we are going to be able to reach our full potential. We're supposed to look more beautiful. That's my message right here. All right. And as a result, we are going to feel better, right? Because the way we look is a reflection of our overall state. Yeah. When you look better, you are simply going to have better baseline mental health. These things are connected. Yeah. And then people are going to be nicer to you because people like good looking people, better looking people. And you are going to get better treatments as a result. And everything There's just going to be a virtuous cycle. Beautiful. Let's go. Bye bye.